Hi, I'm Courtney.
And I'm Nate. Welcome to the Mono Couple YouTube channel, where we talk about life, love, and relationships. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so what's the topic for today? What are we discussing?
So today we got a comment from a audience member, a subscriber, which we would love it if you subscribed.
Yes.
We are so excited to see our community grow, and we're getting lots of questions and feedback, and we are just it is a thrill for us to go through and answer questions and comments. So if you have them, please comment, share, like, whatever all the things are, and we will continue to share about our journey.
Yes.
Okay, so this is about, I'll just read it. So it says, my first impression was Courtney was very unhappy with the time earlier in your marriage that Nate spent on his career and working out. It almost sounds like she feels this is her time to make up for it. Would you say this is true?
All right. Great
Great
question
question.
and observation.
Mhm.
So thank you for putting that in there. Yeah, I think. What do you want me to start?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that I was not very emotionally intelligent
Mm.
and did not know how to balance very well at the start of our relationship and into the first, maybe 5, 10 years, especially. And that's because I had my own issues, which we've sort of briefly discussed in prior videos. But because of that, I did not know how to balance and how to share what I was feeling, what I needed in the relationship. And so I just escaped into
Yeah.
the things that I could control. So I could control work and school and working out or exercising or running. And because I'm in the military, you're required to do a lot of those things, right? You have to exercise, you have to work, you have to do certain things. And so it's very easy and convenient to just say, oh, I have to go do this thing because it's part of my job, part of my career, part of my life,
Yeah.
while not giving Courtney much in return. It wasn't a balance. I was just, you know, all about me. And again, not in a way that was harmful or hurtful. I think that I was like trying to destroy something, but I didn't understand
Yeah.
how to share what I needed. And because of that, Courtney had difficulty sharing with me what she needed, I think. And so
Yeah.
I escaped. That's the reality. Whether it was taking care of the kids or the marriage, and it wasn't intentional, but it was definitely in a way that didn't build our relationship up, at least in the first, 5, 10 years. So,
And this is something in my work as a relationship coach that I see with highly successful, meaning they look really great on paper,
yeah.
is people who are very successful in the workplace. They tend to escape to that because they're rewarded there. Like Nate was a phenomenal student, a great doctor. Like he was being praised there and he felt very confident and comfortable there.
Hmm.
And then coming home and he like, there's little kids and they don't listen. And
Yeah.
it's hard. So it was definitely a typical reaction that I've seen with a lot of high achieving men to retreat to work to get those needs and those accolades and to feel safe and comfortable.
Yeah. It was my safe space for sure. I had
Yeah.
control. I could control things. And it was, again, not necessarily all about me, but it was a place where I felt most comfortable. But because of that, I think that Courtney was not getting a lot of her needs met
Yeah.
emotionally and elsewise. So, would you say, I guess, answering that you were unhappy, or how would you kind of quantify that time?
I was raised in the evangelical Christian church, and the goal is for women is to find a high value godly man and to marry him and then to raise a family and be his helpmate and be his supporter. And so I was so focused on like trying to create this like harmonious perfect household and be this superstar wife that allows this helps her shining star husband, even
Hmm.
though I had my own career and
Yeah,
my own things.
education, your own
Right.
things. Yeah.
Yes. I still saw myself in your shadow. And so I think I didn't realize how unhappy I was until we started to get out of like the little kid phase. Like our kids are all 2 years apart.
Mhm.
So once we got out of the potty training phase and I could like, bring my head above water, I think that's when I was like, oh, he doesn't see me as his equal. He doesn't value me as a partner. Like I'm just kind of doing it all and he gets to do whatever he wants to do. And that
Mhm.
I started to resent him.
Yeah. So I think it was, we had happy moments for
Of
sure.
course. Yeah.
Right. We had three amazing
Yeah.
kids. We did fun things. We traveled with the military. We did
Yeah.
all kinds of amazing things. but you can do sort of those every once in a while, and it doesn't make up for the, the slog that is the everyday where you're not appreciated, I think.
Yeah.
And when you're unhappy, and again, I don't know if it's necessarily unhappiness, it's hard to describe, but I wasn't seeing you. I think that's totally true for everything
Yeah.
you are and how amazing you are.
Mhm.
And so when you don't see someone that way, you don't treat them that way, right? It's
Correct.
just,
Yeah.
even if it's not on purpose, you just unintentionally, like, you don't lift them up. You don't, exemplify them. You don't shine a light on them because they're sort of in the background. And that was, I think, where Courtney was. I don't know what
Yeah.
your thoughts were.
No, I totally agree. Do you think that now it's, what did they say? It's, I'm making up for, it's like it's my turn.
Oh man, I bet a lot of people think that, like, oh, 20 years, flip the switch. Now it's all about Courtney. All right. No, I think that Courtney is self-actualized. She's who she is. And I'm finally supporting her in that. And that just means that we're equal. Now, again, not equal across the board, right? I have skills that Courtney doesn't have and talents, and she has lots of things and skills that she does that I am not good at, right? And
Yeah.
it's that balance in our relationship. But, I was not giving her due, for a long time. And that was not just necessarily true because she's polyamorous. That was just in life. And so
Yeah.
now I think that we're much more equal in our relationship, in our
Yeah.
life, in our successes, in our
Yeah.
journey together.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're at, rather than Courtney sort of saying, well, it's flipping the switch and saying it's my turn now. Like, you're in the back seat, like
Yeah.
you can't have any control. And we've had videos where I described that that's what it felt like initially for me.
Yes.
And that kind of loss of control very much felt like we weren't equals, even though we had now become equal. But because I wasn't in control of sort of life in
Hmm.
general, I felt out of control,
Yeah.
rather than being like, oh, well, now we're like finally doing this together. We're building this life together. So,
Yeah. And polyamory doesn't like dominate our life.
no.
Like it even, yes, like this, we talk about that in this show, but really it's such a small percentage of the time that we spend. Like there are so many other interesting things about us that, and yes, like being in a mixed orientation marriage where Nate's monogamous and I'm polyamorous is, an adjustment in a very monogamous society. And so we highlight that in this show, but this is not all that we are. And it feels amazing to have Nate see all of me now and to support all of me and truly be my biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
So I'm
So
thankful for that.
yeah, of course, it's it's our life is so much great, so much better, so much greater now than it ever has been in the past. So
Yeah.
for sure, yes.
Yeah. Well,
So
thank you guys for tuning in today.
yes,
If you have any questions, please ask, comments. We love that. And as we always say,
can't
can't stop,
stop, won't
won't stop.
stop. Thank you.
Bye.